All right, let's dive right into this explainer. It really wasn't that long ago when uploading a video just meant sharing a shaky home movie with a few friends. Today, well, it's a massive cultural shock. We're going to unpack the staggering mechanics and the hard data behind a landscape that has totally morphed into a highly formalized, heavily monetized economic powerhouse. Just to give you a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about here, look at the trajectory. We are looking at a projected $3.9 billion market valuation for India's creator economy by the year 2030. Think about that for a second. That is a massive, massive jump from just $976 million in 2023. The financial acceleration here is absolutely enormous. So here's how we're going to break this down today. First, we'll look at India's creator economy boom. Then, the drivers of digital growth, followed by the YouTube Shorts revolution. After that, we'll ask, what is India watching? Then we'll examine monetization and micro-influencers, and finally wrap up with challenges and the future. Section 1, India's creator economy boom. Let's start with the broad strokes of how content creation leveled up from a casual hobby into a lucrative digital economy. Based on data from Avalon Consulting, this market is projecting an explosive compound annual growth rate of 22% by the end of the decade. I mean, we are literally talking about billions of dollars being injected directly into the economy, all through short-form videos, blogs, and interactive content. Section 2, Drivers of Digital Growth. So what actually lit the match? What were the exact catalysts that sparked this explosive digital expansion across the nation? Because it definitely didn't happen in a vacuum. The crucial starting point here is the geo effect. By drastically dropping the cost of data, nearly half the country's population came online almost overnight. Think about how streaming high-definition video on your phone went from being a total luxury to an absolute daily expectation. Now, combine that unprecedented level of access with the COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns, and boom, you get a dramatic acceleration in online activity and super long-term audience engagement. With people averaging almost 2.5 hours a day on social media, the entire paradigm shifted. Creators woke up and realized, hey, social media isn't just for socializing anymore. As Avalon Consulting highlights, it became a highly lucrative platform for showcasing real skills and earning real money. The digital space officially formalized. Moving to Section 3, the YouTube Shorts revolution. Let's look at how this builds into the absolute dominance of short-form video, specifically zooming in on the rise of YouTube Shorts. If you trace its timeline, it reveals this fascinating story of rapid, super aggressive scaling. Following TikTok's restriction in India in mid-2020, YouTube immediately swept in and launched the Shorts beta there by September. From there, it went global in July 2021, unlocked serious monetization through the partner program in early 2023, and as of September 2024, they expanded the format entirely to accommodate videos up to 3 minutes long. And driven by this aggressive expansion and Prime app placement, Shorts were generating an absolutely staggering 100 billion views globally every single day by late 2025. 100 billion every single day. That sheer volume has completely rewired how we consume content. Section 4, what is India watching? Now let's peek behind the algorithm. What does the empirical data actually tell us about Indian viewership habits in this massive sea of content? To figure that out, we can look to a really comprehensive study published in the International Journal for Multidisciplinary Research. This isn't just guesswork, guys. Based on an amazing dataset of over 63,000 trending data points spanning 3 years, we can objectively analyze the exact behaviors and category preferences of Indian users. And the data paints a very, very clear picture. Entertainment and lifestyle content overwhelmingly dominates, easily pulling in over 6,000 average views per video. Meanwhile, educational content, it's sitting way down at the very bottom of the viewership funnel, averaging just 580 views. I mean, let's be honest. At the end of a long day, most of us just go online to be entertained. And when you look at the composition of the absolute top 20 most viewed videos over that period, traditional high-budget music videos still hold the lion's share with 12 spots. But get this, user-generated shorts hold 8 of the top 20 spots. They are literally competing neck and neck with massive multi-million-dollar studio productions. That is wild. Plus, the regression analysis in the study proved something pretty fascinating about how we interact. There is a steeply positive correlation between likes and views. More likes equals exponentially more reach. But dislikes, the regression line is completely flat. Dislikes actually have almost zero impact on restricting a video's overall reach or algorithm placement. All right, Section 5, monetization and micro-influencers. So how exactly are these billions of daily views translating into actual revenue for homegrown creators and businesses? Well, we're seeing a massive shift in marketing logic. Brands across huge sectors, like automobiles, e-commerce, and everyday packaged goods, are actively shifting their budgets away from traditional marketing. Why? Because micro-influencers offer genuine authenticity and cost-effective targeting that a generic, highly polished TP ad simply cannot match. Consumers actually trust the creators they feel like they know. And creators are getting incredibly smart about how they capture that value. They're wearing so many different hats, leverage a highly diversified portfolio of income streams. They aren't just relying on that 45% cut of Shorts ad revenue. They're negotiating direct brand deals, launching their own merchandise, setting up subscription tiers on Patreon, and taking live monetary tips. They're essentially running fully functioning micro-businesses. Finally, Section 6, challenges and the future. Because despite all these highly lucrative projections and incredible metrics, this rapidly growing industry definitely has its serious documented pitfalls. With so much short-form content being consumed at such a rapid, endless pace, literally billions of views a day, we really have to step back and ask, how does this actually affect the health of both the creators making it and us, the viewers consuming it? It's a double-edged sword, for sure. The psychological toll is severe on both sides of the screen. For creators, the relentless demand for new content leads to deep burnout and complex financial stress. And for viewers, it's a neurological issue. Researchers are linking these short bursts of thrills to dopamine-driven addictions that actively shrink human attention spans. I'm sure many of us have felt that familiar brain fog after a really long scrolling session, right? The risk is so real that platforms have actually been forced to act. Over the last year or so, we've seen the introduction of stringent daily viewing limits on mobile apps. It started around October 2025 with adjustable timers and expanded all the way to a strict 0-minute block option on Shorts by early 2026. Think about that. An extreme, hard stop built right into the app to help users forcibly break their endless scrolling habits. So, as digital literacy rises and our attention spans continue to shrink, can this digital gold rush actually sustain itself organically? Or, as the negative health impacts become clearer, are we on the absolute brink of a massive regulatory correction that will change our digital habits forever? Definitely something to think about the next time you open up an app. Thanks for diving into the data with me today on this explainer. Keep asking questions and keep learning. All right, let's